I'd like to talk with you for a moment about one of my favorite subjects, poop. What did I say? Yeah, I did, poop. As a scientist, I'm Dr. Scott Hinkstrom, by the way. I'm with the University of Nebraska. I'm a wildlife ecologist, but as a scientist, we talk about poop in a couple of other terms. We talk about scat and feces, but it's all sort of the same thing. And we use it as a tool to learn about biodiversity. Now, biodiversity, that is essentially the spice of life. Bio means life, and diversity means the vast variety of living species that we have out here on our planet. Now, if you look out behind me, we see this beautiful grasslands, and there are hundreds of different species of grasses and plants that you'd see out here in this grasslands. But there are also probably thousands of insects, and tens of mammals and tens of birds, and a huge host of different species that you find out here on this grassland. That's very important to us because it makes up the world as we know it. Some years ago, I had the opportunity to work on a project on coyotes, and it relates to biodiversity because what I was studying is coyote food habits, trying to determine what types of food items coyotes eat. To study coyotes and their food habits, what I had to do is find coyote scat. That's a fancy word for feces or droppings or poo. And so what we have here is some coyote scat. So to conduct this study of coyote scat, what I had to do is collect scat, put them in these nylon bags, we weighed them, and then we put those nylon bags into my mother's laundry machine. Well, that wasn't very popular for a year, but we were able to do it anyway. And so we washed those scat in these nylon bags, and what happens is you get rid of all of the debris that's there that you really can't tell what it is anyway. And what you can find is within the coyote scat, the different food items that are still visible. And so what we noticed that was fascinating was that, say in late spring, in May to early June, we found lots of little deer hooves and hair from deer in those scats. Then as the summer progressed, well, grasshoppers showed up. And we found a lot of grasshopper wings and legs and things like that. As you moved into July, mulberries came and fell. And the coyotes would shift their diets over onto mulberries. And now the scats would turn purple. And so the picture I'm trying to portray is throughout the season, throughout the year, coyote food habits would change, depending upon what was available. And it's because of this tremendous biodiversity that we see that we're able to have omnivores that are able to survive in our world.